And we are live. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So we are here tonight with a special show, and it's not one of those shows that we normally would do where we are, we're having fun on screen. Tonight we're talking about something that's really, really serious. So what's up, girl? What's up, Mimi? How are you
Honey,
tonight?
we still gonna have fun because that's what we do.
We,
Even though this is some serious shit here, and it's almost laughable because that's what we do. That's in our culture. We
that's
make the
what we
best
do.
out of tragic shit.
That's what we do. We do. You're right. I
Yeah.
think that for me tonight,
Mhm.
it's just I just have a different approach. I mean, I'm a little baffled. But let me ask you,
Oh, definitely.
how are you tonight? How are you feeling?
Actually, I am. I mean, I'm a bit perplexed.
You're a bit
I'm
perplexed.
not surprised, but it's just like really, bitch. This what we doing? Because we just, I remember at the beginning of this year, when we were in the beginning of the lockdown, when we were having peaceful
Mm-hmm.
protests
Mm-hmm.
with Black Lives Matter,
Right.
right down on the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were met with tear gas
Mm-hmm.
and gun rifles and sticks and a whole bunch of aggression for no fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
And these, I'm feeling like they did in them old slavery movies where they were like, look, don't come downtown. We got good law-abiding black folk here.
Right.
We got law-abiding Negroes here. That's what they would say. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, where's all the law-abiding white folks? Where the fuck is Karen tonight?
Well, so then that brings up this definition
Yeah.
that we need to post up tonight. So we're gonna put this up right now on the screen, and I want you just to look at this. Um, we see the word nigger. Originally, nigger was a derogatory variant, derogatory for the Latin term negro, meaning black in color. Um, and it's used against the black people as a derogatory term. But growing up, we were taught that nigger meant that you just didn't have any
Your
what?
ass
What
was ignorant.
you were
Uh-huh.
ignorant. You were ignorant. You were
Yep.
ignorant. So tonight, let's talk about the real niggers. Let's talk about the
Exactly.
niggers because clearly we have some niggers that are on Capitol Hill that are acting a fool in Capitol Hill, and it's not the black people. It's not
No.
that they've addressed the word as using the nigger word to as referring to us that because we didn't have no sense, they thought that we didn't have any sense. But clearly, we see who the real niggers are on tonight, and these people that are acting like they just ain't got no sense, no home training, no nothing.
Right.
They have overtaken They've
Mm-hmm.
opened the capital, not just
Right.
the capital of Maryland, not the capital of Texas, not the capital of of,
Of the
of
United
the United
States.
States, but they have taken over the capital of the United States of
Mm-hmm.
America. These niggers did that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, and so for me, it perplexes me that whenever the black people, and I'm going to say this tonight, whenever we as black Americans have gone out and tried to protest for innocent people being killed and being mistreated and mishandled, we are,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, are met with tear gas, we're met with rifles, we're met with force that doesn't make sense. It
Yeah.
does not make sense that tonight, that when you're watching TV,
Uh-huh.
you see the TVs and you're seeing everything that's being when you see everything that's being put out there and you see the policemen, you see some of the policemen that are opening up the barricades and letting these people go
Right.
through so they can get to the Capitol. It just makes no sense to me. But then
Mm-hmm.
whenever we protested, there was no way you were going to cross any barricades. You wasn't getting close to
Right.
no buildings because if you'd have got close to a building, you would have been killed. And so, yes, I'm so sorry. Listen to me. And I'm sorry that this white woman lost her life tonight. I'm so sorry.
Oh, somebody lost their life. Hold on.
A white lady, a white woman, she went too far. And what the news reported was that she walked in the area that a lot of people were in that they were trying to protect. And she walked in and she was shot. And so the man said that she went too far. And so they had to protect they had to protect the people that were in the building. So the officer had to make a choice. So he made a choice to kill her, to shoot her. And the term that they used, he had to put her down. Like as if she was a dog or something, they said that they had to put her down. And this was a white man speaking about another white woman. However, here comes the bigger question that I have. Where are the rubber bullets? You know, whenever it was us, when we were out there, they had rubber bullets. They was shooting. They was pushing us down. They was knocking us around. One person lost their life tonight. One person out of all those people, as Kim has said, Kim is on here, and she said that, you know, privilege. She's talking about, you know, white privilege and everything. She says that white people don't know that white privilege looked like before. They should know now. I'm just angry. And Kim is a white woman. And so here it is. We have that one white person got killed out of all this chaos. These people went in this building, went in the Capitol of the United States of America, climbed the wall like animals, niggers. Niggers, they climbed the wall like animals. Look at this mess. They walk through looking like barbarians and just craziness, foolishness, and yet and still one person leaves killed. One person is toted out. And then we have one, what you calling me, Mimi? What you say?
Wow.
You said you got one token. In the
they got, his little black ass.
I'm just like, are you serious? Are you serious at what we have going on right now? It's baffling to me. It's baffling. And for me to live 20 minutes away from here, I actually live 20 minutes away from the Capitol, 25 in traffic, you know, on a bad day, 25. And so for me to see this and to be so close to it, it's scary. You know, we had family members calling us and saying, hey, are y'all all right? You know, people reaching out on Facebook. Are you all right? Are you safe? Or, you know, how are things going? And so it's just crazy. Ryan says, we know if they were black, they would have been killed. A darn shame. That was a federal crime. It is a federal crime. And it
would have shot all our black ass down. It would have looked like, you remember back in the day we played that game Centipede?
Listen,
all them fuckers that was climbing that wall, they just would have been just.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you.
Killing them all.
And like Ashton says, and the president started all this. He did. He started it all. Told them to go march. Told them.
This is him having a fucking tantrum. This is all this is. That's all this is. He is loving this shit. And he not gonna, and the sad thing is, he gonna be the main one standing hiding his hands behind his back like, what happened? What, you know? Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then like when he did come back, and everybody, the news is really, really talking about this. When he did come back, he was just like, he started off with a lie. And that's what the news is saying. He started off with a lie.
At least he consistent, because that's all the fuck he do is lie.
That's all he does. And so he came out and he says, you know, this election was stolen from us. Yes, the election was stolen from us. It was stolen by a landslide. We know that we won this election and all this and that. And then he comes back and he says, but we have to have peace. How can you say that we have to have peace now when you keep inciting these riots with these lies that you keep telling? It's like you want these people to come back and just do this mess and to act a fool. It makes no sense.
He has thousands of well-trained animals. That's exactly what they are.
I agree with you, Kimberly. Republican senators who support this should be removed tonight. So listen. So what I've been seeing on the news is you have a lot of Republican senators that are saying, you know what, he needs to stop. He needs to stop. And now, a few minutes ago, there was the senator from Oklahoma, which I'm not surprised. He was like, well, we don't need to point any fingers. You know, everybody's responsible for their own actions. And so what we don't need to do tonight is start pointing fingers and saying, you know, this person did this person did this person. No. We have to call a spade a spade. This riot was incited by our president. That's what that was. He incited a riot. He wanted chaos because he didn't want them to count those. He didn't want them to certify the votes. And so what people were misconstrued, they had this misconception tonight that, well, today, that somebody could come back and recall the election because they didn't do what they did. And that's not what happens. They've been talking about that all day on TV. Nobody has the right to come back and take back what they've already, these states have already certified. You can't do that. That's illegal.
This is the thing.
Those people
Since
are
the beginning of time.
the most when Biden takes. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Since the beginning of time, when have white people in power, when have they not made their own rules or rewritten the rules to suit their own ideals?
They always do.
That's what they're used to. It's just right now, this just we got a different set of black folks. It's like, fuck no, we're not doing this shit now.
And so this is the scary piece. This is the scary piece, and so now they've called in the DC, National Guard. They've called in, the Virginia National Guard, but they haven't made it to where it's like worldwide, to where they're bringing in troops and things of that nature. They said that they have about like 1,500 people down there that are, watching. And, we pray for, my heart goes out to all the troops that are out there. My heart goes out to those people that are out there, that are trying to protect, the Senate. That they're trying to literally protect the Senate and the building. And so my heart goes out to them because they found a pipe bomb today. They found all kinds of stuff, that it's just scary to see what these people are really capable of doing. And
we already knew we know what they've been capable of doing. They've always done it.
Right. And so they're saying that, Pence had turned on him. They're talking about, that Pence had said, I ain't with this. This is not what I want to do. It's been all over the news. Finally, and so then you have to look at the bigger picture. Was Pence still riding on the coattail because he knew when he felt like that they could be reelected and he wanted to be in that office again?
Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that he don't have dirt on them folks or have, it's no way, because they are scared of this man. Mm-hmm. Them white folks, them other Republicans, it's no way in hell the stuff that they have stood behind and fought for and spoke up with it. It's no way. He got to have dirt on him. Nothing else makes sense. Nothing.
It doesn't make sense. So let's put this video up here. I want everybody to see this video real quick. We have several tonight, but this one particular video. So here it is. You have these white men. You have a group of white men that are literally chasing a black officer through this building. Now, yeah, he stops, he talks, he swings his little, well, I forgot what you call them. I know what we used to call them.
Baton.
Yeah, we used to call them some of the nigger knockers. That's what we used to call them back in the day. But he had his little baton, whatever. And so he was, and then he would run a little bit and then he stopped, and so they're not afraid. But
you know why?
Why?
His skin gives them privilege. That black man knows, even though he wears that blue, if he would have shot any of those white men, that would have been his fucking career.
And that's my thing. He never pulled his weapon. He never pulled a gun out. He turned and he ran. Even though he had one on, he never turned to them and pulled his gun out and said, "Freeze! Don't move." He never did that. And even when the other officers came upon them, they had their hands on their weapons, but they never drew their weapons. Had it been a black crowd, the weapons would have already been out.
Charlie could have been one black one all the way in the back, and they would have shot that. They would have shot past all them white boys and shot his black ass dead. They wouldn't have shot him in the kneecaps, no elbow, or nothing. They would have shot his ass probably right between the damn eyes.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy.
See, this is my issue, and this is period. How in the fuck did they get past? How'd they get in the building? So they should have started. As soon as I seen something pop up in that window, I'm shooting. Get your ass down. Warning shot. Do something. They did nothing. So because they are afraid. Because that's the thing, and this is what the saddest thing is. Because, and this is why we have Black Lives Matter. All the white people that's on here, and I'm not, if you wanted the an ally. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking, who I'm talking to. This is why we have Black Lives Matter, because there are no consequences if you take our lives, whether it's done by the police or when it's done by us. There are consequences when you take a white life. And even though this man has a badge and he is actually sworn to protect and serve, he knows that even though he has the law on his side, they will still find a way to hang his black ass.
I mean, I agree with you. And like you were asking, how did they get in? What the cops let them in? You had a crowd.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, I believe that.
They were letting them. I'm serious. And some of the cops were taking selfies with them today. They have all kinds of this stuff. They publish on
go through all them fucking, fight all them fuckers, take their pension, every fucking thing.
And so they taking pictures with these people and letting them in. They're pulling back the barricades and letting them in. And so when these people get up onto Capitol Hill and they're on at the Capitol and they start knocking windows out, they use their signs. They used all kinds of stuff to knock windows out, to climb through these windows, to open the doors, to let the people in. And so you have these people going in the Capitol. Now, my thing is this. I've been to the Capitol. You've been to the Capitol. I've been to the Black History Museum. It is guarded, heavily guarded. So
when our black asses there, that's the difference. That is the difference.
I mean, so my thing is, you have all this stuff that's going on. You have all these things put in place, but then whenever they need to be executed, it's not done. And it wasn't done. And so then it goes back to you have to go back and you have to say, hey, this is because some of the police officers allowed it. Some of them are with this movement. Jacoby says, rename the show to what?
I know that's right.
I mean, it is.
What the fuck is going on in this country? DC just happened today, but this is going on everywhere.
It is going on everywhere.
But at least we now know that the police can definitely resolve a situation without violence. Well, we know that they can't do it now.
They didn't do it though. They didn't resolve anything.
No, what I'm saying is no violence was shown on the perpetrator. So what I'm saying is, with us, they kill our ass and we unarmed. We got our hands up, and we ain't got a gun, our back to them, and we got 9 fucking officers swarming one damn person and then shooting them 50, 60 times. Like, God darn, like what? Where the fuck they gonna go?
I mean
really.
So it goes
after one shot is that's too much when somebody's unarmed. But these guys, what they were scared of too, because these white boys came to DC. These white boys are armed.
They are armed, and so this is the thing.
There's gonna be a fucking shootout.
They in the right place for the right situation. They're going to get what they came for.
No, they damn came. Let them come cross. Let them come a little deeper in.
Go just a little bit. Go over just a little bit. It starts in that southeast, like they say over here.
Honey, it ain't even southeast. Lincoln Heights. You go up in there, that is Beirut, honey. They gonna give you what the fuck you want. I bet you them white boys will go out there running. Because everybody in there that don't know, nobody has anything to lose.
I mean, so my thing is, maybe instead of them bringing in the National Guard, they need to bring in the black folks. Maybe that's what they need to do. Maybe they need to bring in the black people. They need to bring in.
No, they need to bring in this fucking National Guard the same way they did for us when we was peacefully protesting. Let these fuckers do their job on these white boys. Take their asses out. Bring in them sharpshooters. You want to bring some shit? We gonna what they say? We gonna put you down
like dogs,
like the rabid pit bull that you are.
I mean, and so my thing is, it goes back to privilege and power. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, I've noticed this here recently, and and I want to be clear, it's just not white privilege, but privilege, period. Sometimes privilege,
it's mostly white,
but it is mostly white. But I'm just saying that the privilege, when a person is given privilege, they confuse it with power. Privilege does not mean that you have power. Power is something totally different.
But it kind of does.
It does to some people, but that's the problem. People mishandle the privilege that is given to them, and they think
they mishandle it. But privilege is power.
And sometimes
what it is, because that means when you have privilege, that means the rules do not apply to you.
Marsha Williams says they came on MLK and they hurried up and got the hell out for MLK. Well, good.
Goddamn all right.
I mean, I do know that they tried to go to Black Lives Matter Boulevard, and I know that they were shut down from that area. They were totally shunned away from that area. So
Black Lives Matter, that was right. That's like right in front of the White House. So it's still, that's like a tourist area. They're not. That's where they're going to go.
Right. I mean, so it's sad. It's sad that this is just like on this level. It's sad, and it's all behind. They lost the election. The election was lost, and so they mad. They
lost fairly,
and they lost.
Even though the first one was stolen.
Mm-hmm. But he still comes back and he says, "Oh no. It was stolen from us, and he's still." So Twitter has shut down his account. Mm-hmm. Facebook has shut down his account for the next 12 hours.
They need to shut it down, period.
But so my thing is this: why are they just now shutting it down?
Because it's optics.
It's optics. But my thing is, why now? Why now?
Because they have to save face. They're not necessarily not agreeing with him. They just realize they're going to look. Let me tell you something. And I say this all the time. The only thing that white men in power understand is blood and money. That's it. Nothing that you can protest all fucking day. But until one of theirs is taken out or them pockets are hit, and I'm not even going to say in that order, that's when you're going to start seeing results. That's when we're going to start having conversations. And right now, that's the only reason I believe we're starting to have a conversation, because with this whole sports situation, they losing big fucking money.
They are. They're using a lot of money.
And all these insurance companies that ain't been able to collect all these hundreds of millions of dollars all these years now, with all the looting, they got to pay shit out. Mm-hmm. So money pockets are being affected. That's the only reason we're having we're even coming to the table for a conversation. That's it.
So Kim said that her Twitter account got suspended because she sent a nasty gram to the president. You know what? Yeah. I love Kim. I do. Kim is ride or die. Kim is ride or die. She ride or die.
I want to know what she said.
It ain't no telling what Kim said. And so the thing with what's going on now, and so they're going to reconvene at 8 o'clock. They were supposed to reconvene when we started the show at 8 o'clock, and they were supposed to go back and start certifying these votes. And so what I've been hearing them say on the news was, we're going to try to get back in there. We're going to do this, and we're going to try to certify. And so the question has been, so now will you guys stop? Will you guys stop saying that the election was stolen and move forward? Will you stop that? So a lot of them are saying, you know what? Let's just get this done. Let's get this done. We still have some that is just like, oh, well, I stand for what's right. And I believe that, they went around in some circles in certain states and they did what they had to do to win. So I want those votes looked at again and things of that nature. But you have a lot of people that are saying, you know what? We're done. We are done. I've had enough.
It might be a lot of people, but it ain't the right people.
It is not the right. It's not the right people. Kim says they're on now certifying the votes. And so the thing about it is, once they certify these votes, then what next? What next? Because the question was raised today, will we see President Biden and President whatever his name is on the same stage?
Agent Orange. Well, probably not.
Well, that's what they're saying. They don't think that he's going to actually show up to transfer power. They don't. And so they're already talking about that he's not going to show up.
I really think they're going to have to remove him from the White House. I don't even think that bitch done packed up his drawers yet. He ain't done shit. Because in his mind, they not used to not winning.
They're not. And so then tonight, his wife's Secretary of State, I think that's what she was, the secretary, whatever, somebody high in power, she resigned as this was all going on tonight. She just literally resigned. Like, so,
damn.
Right, the end, honey, they falling off. I mean, because they know that these people are wrong. And I feel sorry for the wife. I really, really, really do. I think that she,
The wife, whose wife?
Trump. I feel sorry for Trump's wife.
He bought her years ago. That was a mail order situation. That's why that bitch ain't want to decorate no White House. She's just like, I ain't signed up for this shit. I just want to get here, give me a little coin. She done had that little special needs boy, secure her money, secure that bag. He done got her parents here, and she just like this all the fuck I wanted. I don't want all this.
It was her chief of staff that resigned tonight.
Child, that ain't good.
That's not good. It's not good. And so a lot of people are resigning. A lot of people are walking away. It was stated on the news tonight that a lot of Trump's workers refused to come to work today. They did not want to be involved. A lot of people that work on Capitol Hill did not even go to work today because they knew that this was going to be a chaotic situation. And so they didn't want to be involved. And so what you find is that people already knew what was going to happen,
absolutely.
So if people had good sense not to go to work and to stay out of DC today, then why did the police chief, and I listen, she a black woman, Bowser, she a black woman. Why didn't she put stuff in place? She knew that they was coming to her town. She knew they were coming.
But when have you ever known her? Let me tell you this, and this is just my opinion. She not for the black folks in DC. That's what DC is totally gentrified. It's about money. And for her, money means that is white.
Well,
she's not gonna do what I'm saying. She's not gonna do what's right. She's gonna do what she feel is popular for the folks she's trying to impress. And the people that she's trying to impress are not us.
You know, my thing is with that too. You have to look at there's so many pieces to this. There's so many different pieces to this of this puzzle. And so the key pieces are not being put in place. They were not utilized properly. And so it's just, no, Linda, she's not in charge of the Capitol, but she's in charge of DC.
But this is the problem. They all know, and this all comes down to what I already said. There are consequences when you do stuff to white folk. Even the fucking mayor, she knows that shit. So it's like, let me just let this shit play out. She don't want to be known as the one that went against the people that the same people that she trying to protect.
But she was, well, Mimi, I disagree, because she put Black Lives Matter. She painted it in the room.
Let me tell you what that was. That was not for our ass. She was having a fucking pissing contest with Trump. That's all that was about. He pissed her off, and she decided that was literally a proverbial dick swinging contest. She's like, my dick is bigger than yours. That's all that was. That had nothing to do with just like loving our skin and loving our people. Absolutely not.
Wow.
Now it was just something that happened that made everybody feel good. Because sometimes you do the right shit for the wrong reason, and it just worked out and you make a couple folks happy. But clearly, you look at her track record, she is no Marion Barry, honey.
She is not. She's not. So the thing now is, how do we protect ourselves now, Mimi? Because these people are here.
Stay your ass in the house.
But why? Why do we have to be?
Because right now, it ain't right, but that's what it is.
So let me ask you a question. Did you see this picture? Did you see this picture that was outside the Capitol today?
What picture?
Look at this picture right here. Right there.
I saw when y'all put it up.
Right. Now, look at this. This is right now on the west side of the U.S. Capitol. This is what's out.
And why the fuck is it still out there?
Why is it still out there?
Yeah. As soon as it was put up, that shit should have been taken down by one of our folks that's sworn to protect and serve.
But it's still there. So then when you see things like this, then what do we need to do as Black people?
I already said it. You stay your Black ass home. Because the writing is on the wall. We already know the police are not here for us. They are not.
They are not for us.
And it's consequences to taking a white life. Now, if you about that life, gonna be about it. I ain't about that. You know what? I don't like the shit that's going on, but I have to play. I have too much shit to lose.
I ain't going after Chris.
I play chess. I don't play checkers.
Look, I'm not going out there. I can't go out there.
No, but it's not. The thing is, as soon as you protect yourself, and let's say you do actually take down a white man or white woman, they gonna throw the book at you.
They are.
That's going to happen. So why even put yourself in that situation? So
I have several friends that are DC officers. I know several people that serve, as DC officers. And so this video right here was really disturbing. Very, very disturbing today. So here you have a black officer, a black female officer. I don't know what the words that were exchanged between her and the white lady prior to her swinging and hitting the white woman. I don't know what happened. She said Bowser did request National Guard support and the additional request. Okay, cool. All right. So I don't know initially what happened, what words were exchanged between her and the white woman, whatever. But whenever she swung and she connected. Yeah, she connected. You see how she hit her in that head, went back, she hit her hard. And so then the white man reaches over and he hits the black woman. And so then not only did he hit the black woman, so then there were 3 other white men that drug her to the front of, and it was almost like they were giving her back to the police because they were giving her back to them. And it was just like, get that nigga out of here. That's what they kept saying. Get that nigga out of here. And so then when they get her to
I couldn't really see. So the officer was the black woman.
Yes.
So where the fuck was the rest of the blue?
So then that's what I'm about to get to that part. So because when they bring her forward, when they bring her to the people, then the white officers that were standing around did nothing.
Absolutely not.
I mean, let's watch the video again. We have to watch this video again.
Okay.
When they get to So when they take her to the officers, they literally pull her to the officers. And what happens is they wait for an explanation. They didn't even say, okay, take your hands off this officer because you one of us. You ain't supposed to handle us like that. They didn't do any of that.
I don't know where the fuck was the team gas that day.
They waited on an explanation. And it wasn't until they swung and hit her again in front of them. And that was when they started reacting.
Police ain't shit. I said it. Y'all ain't shit.
I mean, when you see stuff like that,
and they always saying it's some good ones, where the fuck they at? For them for that to happen like that and for it to be recorded and to be out, everyone that was in that circle should be disciplined because there's no way. They should be fucking fired and they take their fucking pension. That's all they understand is money. That's it. They have no business being the officer. You can't even protect your own. That shit pisses me off right there, especially because I've always said that black women are the most unprotected people on this planet. This bitch can't even get protection on her fucking job. She
didn't get protected. I mean, they took her to them as if to say, here, take her. And they were saying, get that nigga out of here. Here you go. Take your nigga. That's basically what they were saying. And so the cops, and you don't see anything but white faces in the front. They sat there and just looked like, what? And then she starts explaining herself. And then they swing and hit her again. And then that's when they start doing something. But why did it even get to that level? Why did it even get to that level? Why was it not handled? Whenever you saw, I thought that if you see another officer down, then you help that officer. That's what I've always thought. I know in the black culture, we're taught if it's your brother, your sister, whoever it is, you help them. My dad used to tell us all the time, you better not let me find out that your brother was in a fight and you didn't help your brother. And if your sister was fighting, you better help your sister. I mean, and if that meant to make sure that nobody else jumped in or whatever. But to let a woman be handled by men like that, a black woman, while this is all going on, is simply to say that we just don't care. They don't
I mean, they better be glad it wasn't me, because I just would have been under the damn jail, because I would have drew my weapon.
you know. And so my
Yeah.
question, one of my questions that I would have for the police chief on tonight, if I was able to speak to him, it would be, did you give a directive to them not to pull their weapons? Was that given before they went out? Hey, we're not going to use any force tonight or today. Nobody pull a weapon. Was that said? Because I didn't see nobody pull a weapon. Not one time in all the videos that I've seen, I've not seen one police officer have a weapon out and have it pointed at any of the white people or any of the black people that were out there.
Right.
But can we call them what they are? Any of the niggers that were out there, niggers, because that means they're ignorant people. We didn't see any guns pulled on any niggers tonight.
No, and you won't.
I find that to be problematic in this country.
It's been problematic, but what people fail to realize as well, we ain't been out of it but about 30 years. And when I say out of it, because we really ain't out of it, but when I say, I'm just talking about the segregation, you know, the separate bathrooms and restaurants and schools. It wasn't that long ago.
Well, you know, and it's still prevalent. I mean, I've been in places to where I felt very uncomfortable as being a black man in different places. And it's scary when you're traveling and you pull over in Virginia or
in the mountains,
and you're going and it's just, you're scared to get out the car. You're scared to buy gas because it still exists. There have been several times that we were traveling to South Carolina and there were certain towns that, I mean, because I don't know that area like that, but Jacoby and I, when we would drive, he would always say, oh, we can't stop here. They don't like black people here. We got to keep going. We can't stop here. And I'm just like, for real? It's really like that? I mean, and I come from Texas, and there's some areas in Texas that, you know, we just kind of just like breeze on through, you know, because we ain't trying to have no smoke tonight. You know, we gonna keep it going. And so it's crazy. It's Kim is saying, oh, the senators that were trying to challenge the votes are all backing down. Good. It's about time. It's about time. I think that people now are actually, I don't want to say this is a wake-up call for them, but I guess that they actually see that they're not protected either. Because the pictures that we were seeing with the white people that were on the floor hiding behind benches and things of that nature inside the Senate, inside the Capitol. I mean, there's one, can we put up the picture where the guy is in Nancy Pelosi's office? However you say her last name. I know somebody's gonna correct me. Look at him.
Man.
Just chilling. Nigger. That's a nigger right there. That's a real nigger right there. Real nigger. I mean, what else do we call it? What else do we call it? It's Mimi, I ain't seen you this quiet. Mimi pissed off over there.
I am.
You are really, really hot.
I am. Because it's a slap in the face. Because when you like we are, you work hard, you law abiding as we are, pay our fucking taxes, you know, just a productive member of society, and I'm doing everything that these so-called, you know, privileged people are doing, and my life don't mean shit. And that's a hard fucking pill to swallow. And especially when it ain't shit you can do about it.
Ain't nothing.
That's the worst part, because that's why I'm because very seldom you already know, am I at a loss for words? But I got a lot of words, trust me. But it's just feeling powerless. I mean, it's like being in jail. It's nothing you can do. And you just have to accept it.
We don't have to accept it. We don't have to.
No. What I'm saying is right now, because when you are not in power, certain shit in place it's stuff we can do over time, but it's nothing that can be done today.
You're absolutely right. There's nothing that can be done in this moment, but we all have a voice. And so this is the reason why. This is the reason why we have to start attending these meetings. These town hall meetings, you have to attend. Your voice does matter. This is the reason why you have to vote. If you don't vote, this is the kind of stuff that we're allowing to happen to us because we're not using our voices correctly.
And it's not even just not the main elections. I'm talking about with these judges. Yeah. You have to write, you got to send emails and you got to make phone calls, not close to election. Every time you see something that you don't like in your neighborhood where you paying good money and paying good taxes, that's your power. Your money is your power. You have to call these folks on the carpet, period.
You know what?
Because if we don't do a good job a good job at our work, wherever we work, we get fucking fired. So that's what needs to happen.
So one thing that I will say, and if you go back and you look back at the Nino Browns and the things like that were in the communities, the drug dealers back in the day. Yeah. Back in the day, the drug dealers, they had a bad name of dealing dope in our neighborhoods and stuff. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times they rebuilt the community. They wouldn't get back a lot of times. But you don't even have that with the good old boy system that we have now. These people that we're allowing into these offices never come back and try to do anything that they said that they were going to do. And it always pissed me off. It has always pissed me off that we allow these politicians to come into our churches and they get up behind our pulpits and they get up and they tell us, oh, if you vote for me, oh, I'm going to stand with you. I'm going to make sure that, this neighborhood has suffered long enough. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But when we vote them in, they forget about us. But to some, we need to take the blame for some of it because
we take the blame for a lot of it
because we allow it. We allow it. And this is the thing. The pastors are not being held accountable because they allow these people to come into the churches and speak to your membership.
Well, that's because the pastors are crooks and they being paid.
So
they getting their palms greased by these politicians and don't think it's not happening.
And you know what? In this point, Mimi, I have to agree with you. I think that they are gaining things from it. They are gaining things. And so the thing about it is we have to stop letting that go on. Your voice does matter. You have to get up and you have to speak about these things. It is up to you. It is up to you. Yes, we can all say that we're trying to fight for social equality. We're social justice oriented. We're doing this. We're fighting for trans rights. We're fighting for gay rights. We're fighting for Black lives that matter. We're fighting for brown lives. We're fighting for all these lives. But then we let foolishness overtake us because we're not paying attention to the small details, meaning these votes that we need to take in, like voting for the different judges, voting for your mayors and things of that.
People are not educated. They don't know unless you come to them and unless you got a big budget to make yourself known. They don't know. They don't pay attention to these folks because a lot of people have this mentality. If it don't affect me, then, it's not my problem, but it is your fucking problem. If it's somebody that look like you,
it is.
Why we holding all these other people accountable? Let's first hold your pastor accountable when they doing some dumb shit, like bringing these bastards into your damn church and giving her, selling everybody that fucking drink, but won't nobody say nothing to their asses.
Won't say nothing. Nothing. Kim says Stacey Abrams proved that voices matter. She did.
That's a bad girl right there.
She proved that voices matter.
Yeah.
But then you know what, Mimi? How many other bad girls are there in the world?
We already know it's a lot of us.
How many other Black people, Black men are powerful that just don't use their voice?
That's a whole nother show there.
That's
a whole nother show because you got so many. You got That's my cousin came up.
Oh,
You got so many. You can lock that door. It's cool. It's all right. I'm sorry. Yeah. You got so many that want to play the game and want to be accepted by, you know who. So yeah, like the Clarence Thomases of the world, like the oh God, the little retarded man. But I can't with him. I just can't. And you know who I'm talking about. Oh God.
Who?
He irritates my soul.
Who?
Trump had appointed him head of the housing.
I forgot his name, but
yeah, I want to forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of those because we've been so brainwashed that
Ben Carson.
Yeah, that we're not good enough. That we feel like we have to gain their approval. So many of us care about what they think. Oh, don't do that in front of them. What they gonna think? Fuck them.
You know what?
Yeah.
So I think I know that there's so many powerful Black women in the world. There's so many powerful Black men in the world. There's so many powerful Black people in the world. And we have to start using our voices. We do. We have to become a united force, and we have to use our voices. Because if we don't start using
we gotta stop trying to conform to everybody else's ways. And realize that they trying to fucking be like us.
They are. And in the middle of that, it's coming to a point, Mimi, to where we have to speak out. We have to speak out. We have to speak up, speak out. We have to fight. And when I'm saying fight, I'm not talking about physical, but if it comes to being,
I mean, I know exactly what you're saying. But when I say you get tired, you get fucking tired of fighting your whole fucking life for shit that just should be yours. Why I got to fight just to be able to walk down the street and breathe and drive my nice ass fucking car and live in my nice ass house and I have to answer to no fucking Karen?
Mimi, we will never ever understand why. All we can do is fight for win.
When I say I'm sick of them bitches, they had a fucking show on Dr. Phil. This white woman she made my butt itch. I don't even know her, but I swear she was just, oh God. She was just an irritant. And she was, like, why do I have to be called a Karen? This is racist. I swear, if they had a call-in segment, I was like, bitch, they call you Karen because y'all be caring about the wrong shit. Period.
So
how the fuck you call somebody for living and existing in their shit? Why I can't live on the same block as you? Bitch, I go to work just like the fuck you do.
I agree. So
or just like your husband do, because your ass is at home all day minding everybody else's business.
Kim says, I'm sick of those bitches too, Mimi. So listen, serious question, Jacoby says, how is it that hairstylists can say that when you all assist in the look of Black women to look like another race?
Let me say this. Absolutely not, because Black women, because we have all our ancestors been raped by every fucking body. We naturally look like every other fucking race. That's why I always be perplexed when you got these Black men to say I only date white women. Like, well, shit, bitch, my cousin, that bitch whiter than this bitch that you date. We all look. It's so many. We come in every fucking color. You got Black women that look Asian. You got Black women that's whiter than some white women. You got Black women that's Navy. You got Black women that look Puerto Rican. I mean, we cover the whole spectrum. So it's not like we ain't trying to look like their asses. They trying to fucking look like us. Trust me, Black women ain't the only ones who wear hair extensions. Most of them white women, we just assume that they got long, luxurious hair. Most of them bitches' hair is see-through. They wear that shit too. Most of them color they fucking hair. They the ones getting them fucking butt injections and them lunchtime procedures. You know, trying to get them high cheekbones that we naturally have, or get these full lips that we naturally have.
So
we ain't trying to look like them, bitch. I'm not trying to look like them at all.
I'm going to say this to Jacoby, being a hairstylist. It's not that we are trying to assist in making Black women look like other races. We're making hair more manageable. Everybody can't.
We're making a living. That's what the fuck we doing. If that's what they want, if that bitch want a blonde weave, I'ma try to tell you to embrace your shit. But my mortgage coming up. Bitch, come on, how many packs you got? We're gonna put this shit, we're gonna go and install. You can't save every fucking body. We try to do what we can do. Well, we got bills to pay too. That bitch don't want to fight the power with that afro. Hey, let's come on. Let me make you look like Alexa or Simone or whoever the fuck you trying to look like.
Kim said, I do her hair, so I know all her hair secrets.
Yeah, I mean, but it's so many. It's so many. People will be surprised at how many but see, that's the thing. Even growing up, we just assumed that white women have this long, flowy, luxurious hair. They don't have good hair. They don't. A lot of them, their hair's fucked up and thin and stringy. So they got to add shit, but nobody questions them because they're white and their hair is supposed to be long.
So back to Jacoby, I want to say that it's a lot of times I want people to understand this. Natural is not for everyone. Being natural.
No. I don't want everybody to be natural. Because I got some clients when they talk about I'm going natural. I said, well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm not doing that shit. No.
Natural is not a look for everyone. And so it's not that we tried to change them over to being other races. It's we try to make hair more manageable. And
you're trying to make them look their absolute best.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Because I tell you, you ain't gonna find me with no dark brown hair. That shit don't bring me out. It just don't. I look like mud. You will never see me with dark hair. No.
So, listen, if we could leave you with anything tonight, we hope that we've inspired you. We hope that you've been inspired to speak out, to pay attention, and to remain safe. This right here is only the beginning. These people have these niggers. Let me say that. That's my word tonight. These niggers.
The real niggas.
The niggers. You have to ers, not niggas, the niggers. So these niggers have stated that it's their house. It's their house. They've also said that they don't care. They're going to do whatever they have to do. So with that, I need for everyone to remain safe. Remain safe. Be cautious and do what you have to do to protect yourself.
Do what you got to do to bring your ass home. But I'm going to tell you this. Now, this is one thing. We have been quiet way too long. Now, definitely, I'm one. If you don't have to be out, don't be out, because right now it's just very volatile. It just is. It's just tense. It's very tense. A lot of tension in the air. However, what I will say is these little subtleties where you're around somebody and they do something and they say something that it just rubs you the wrong way. And that shit is like they throwing, the little slight racist shade. That's when you don't shut up and just be like, oh, here we go. That's when the fuck you say something. Because I'll say some shit quick. Like, really, bitch, that's what we doing? Or, because I've had, and this is this type of thing where everybody knows I have 3 boys and they are very well behaved. mannerable little boys. I had this white woman. I had them in the store. This was before the pandemic. And she said, oh my God, your boys are so, they're so neat and clean. That's what this bitch said. And they so well behaved. And I looked at her, I said, well, ma'am, with all due respect, what the fuck did you expect? And that's when I told her, I said, I know what you meant by what you said. Oh, I didn't. I said, no, I know what you meant by what you said. And this is the thing. We all are way more alike than we are different. The same way you want to raise up your kids for them to be productive members of society, bitch, that's what the fuck I'm doing. The same shit. I want them to have the same advantages that your fucking kids have. Period. So stop saying that old sideways shit. I said, because see, I just brought it to you. I said, but you gonna say that to the wrong bitch. They got a whole lot of that, you know, she ain't real far from the hood. She just moved out to the suburbs and she don't go upside your fucking head. And I promise you, and and y'all, you already know, I said it just the way I said it. I told the kids to get in the car, of course, you know. But even though that Malik was looking out the back window, but it was just like, you got to make these teachable moments. You got to tell them, look, you're not going to disrespect me any longer. Certain shit I can't do shit about, but these one-on-ones I can.
You're right.
Period. And it doesn't have to be violence. You just check it, because most of them motherfuckers are scared of you any damn way.
We just have to jump through more hoops than Karen to raise ours. You're right. We absolutely do.
Oh, we got to do through hoops that's doused with gasoline and set on fire.
And then swim through lakes that got crocodiles and everything else in it.
Yes.
We have to do a lot as parents. So with that being said, I need everybody to be safe, be prayerful, watch your back.
Absolutely. And call people on their shit. Don't let them get away with these little subtle racist comments. Don't let them do it. Because some of them do it on purpose and some of them don't fucking know. Yeah. We got one. I always say your ass gonna learn today. You won't know after you done fuck with me.
So with that, I'm gonna say good night to you all. We love you. Mimi loves you. Mimi's lost her voice tonight. So y'all know that Mimi's pissed. So pay attention.
I'm passionate. That's what it is.
Is she passionate? Make sure y'all pay attention. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Watch, fight, and pray.
And if your ass ain't woke, wake the fuck up now. Good night.
And good night. So before we end, I know that some of you are still on here. Before we end, we want to tell you, thank you so much for all of your support. Mimi already logged off. She was Mimi hot, y'all. So we want to say thank you for your support, but we also want you to follow us. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Mimi and Monty and Mimi, I'm sorry. And then on Instagram, In the Chair with Monty. And then we have our YouTube channel, In the Chair with Monty. Be sure to follow us as we're doing new things. Peace out. God bless you all.